Hey guys! So today I'm going to be talking to you. Woo! I'm not going to be applying over dramatic makeup. Instead, I'm going to be talking to you about my favorite brushes. And honestly, I get asked this a lot because first of all, I have a lot of brushes and I use them all. But there's definitely a use for all of the brushes that I have. I don't own them just to have them. So what I'm going to be talking about is brushes. At first I'm going to be talking about brushes that can be found at the drugstore. So very cheap brushes that can be found at the drugstore. And then I'm going to be talking about brushes that can be found online for just as cheap, but maybe even better quality. So let's get started. We're going to start off with the face brushes. First of all, we're going to talk about Real Techniques. And Real Techniques, some of these brushes are definitely a little wet because I just washed them. But the Real Techniques brushes are, in my opinion, some of the best brushes out there. And they are found at the drugstore. They can be found at Walmart. And they look like this. These are the face brushes. They come in, these two came in a pack of 4. They came with a standard foundation brush, which is like a flat pointed foundation brush, and a lip brush as well. I don't use those two as well, so I didn't include them in this video. But I use the buffer brush, which is this one right here for foundation. And then I use the contour brush right here for concealer or for setting my concealer. Both are amazing brushes. I've had them for years. They've lasted so long. They are synthetic. Dual fiber brushes, and honestly so good. They blend out foundation and liquids very well. Pack comes for $20, which is amazing. So they're about $5 a brush. And is that math? Math. They're honestly the best. I used this foundation brush for years. I still go back to it, and honestly so happy with these. The other one that came separately without the bundle was this powder brush, and this is a big powder brush. It's like the size of my cheek, and it doesn't actually have a name on it, but I'm just calling it the big powder brush, and it was about $8. I found it at Winners. It's similar to Marshall's, and I use it for bronzer, for setting my powder, setting my face with powder. So another really awesome brush that I use consistently every day. Last Real Techniques face tool that I use is the Real Techniques complexion sponge. This is a dupe for the Beauty Blender. The Booty Blender is what I like to call it sometimes. The Beauty Blender. And the Beauty Blender typically goes for $28 at Sephora. Crazy. This sponge comes for $7, or you can get 2 for like $11. What the heck? I use this every day. Sometimes I use it for my foundation if I want more of a natural looking foundation. I use it wet, or damp, sorry. I squeeze out all the water, and it expands like 2 times its size, 3 times its size. And I set my under eye concealer with it every single day. Foundation. It's honestly so wonderful. I love it so much. Okay, the next brushes are from e.l.f. And if you live in the States, or you have a Winners in Canada, or like you can sometimes come across these in some stores in Canada. I live in Canada, that's why I'm mentioning it. But if you live in the States, they sell them at Target. But this is the powder brush from e.l.f. I use this every day to set my foundation. I just press the powder into my skin and it works beautifully. This is my go-to powder brush. This is the complexion, the e.l.f. complexion brush, and this also could be found online or in the store. And I use this for blush. Both of these brushes go for $4, and they're amazing. And then finally the e.l.f. Small stippling brush, which is another dual fiber brush. And this one goes for $3. And what I do is I use this to do my cream highlight. and I did it today, the cream highlight with this brush, and I absolutely love it. You can use it to do concealer, foundation. It is really small, so I don't know if you'd want to use it for that, but I definitely recommend these two brushes. If anything, they are very cheap, and they're very affordable, and they are very good brushes. Next we have the this is kind of I don't know if this brand is anywhere else but in Canada. I'm really not sure, but it's a brush by XOXO, and it's a little more expensive than some of the drugstore brushes, but if you go and see Revlon brushes and stuff like that, which I haven't tried, they are a little pricier than some of the other brushes that I've mentioned. But I was looking for a contour brush, and this one fit the molds, and so I picked it up, and this is the XOXO contour face contour brush, and it's this little, I believe it's goat hair brush, and I use it for contouring. Sometimes I use it for bronzer if I want more of a precise bronzing effect, and this one was about $15, so a little pricier. But when you think about MAC face brushes, they go anywhere from $42 on average to about $50 per brush. So $15 for a brush is better than spending $50 for a brush, in my opinion. And that goes for all of these brushes. All these brushes can be found with counterparts at MAC, and for way more expensive, or at Sephora, or at any other high-end brand. So that's why I'm giving you these cheaper options, because there's definitely a lot of really expensive brushes out there, and this is a kind of middle of the road brush here, but I do really like it, and it does do a pretty sharp contour. The final brush is from Sonia Kashuk, and this is a Target brand, I believe. So when Target was in Canada, I loaded up on the Sonia Kashuk brushes, but they're gone now. So if you're in the States and can get your hands on Sonia Kashuk, then I'd recommend you get this brush. This is the Sonia Kashuk fan brush. It's the 129 brush, and I use it for highlighting. Beautiful highlight brush. It goes for around $7. That didn't sound good. Okay, now on to eye brushes. Okay, so again, I have 3 Sonia Kashuk eye brushes here. They're all $7. I probably bought them for around $3, because when Target went out of business in Canada, everything went on sale. So I got these for pretty cheap. First I have the Sonia Kashuk 109 brush, I have the 116 brush, and then I have the 110 brush. The 109 brush is a fluffy blender brush, which is for like applying eyeshadow in the crease, above the crease, perfect for blending out eyeshadow. The 116 is for like deeper in the crease, if you want to get darker shades in there, if you want to get a little bit more precise in the crease, that's perfect for that. And then the 110, I believe, is a concealer brush, but I use it for pigmented shadows and like cream shadows and stuff that I want to be very pigmented on the eyelid, and I just pack that on the eyelid on there. All of these brushes are go-tos in my collection, that's why I have them here. They're cheap, they're very affordable. They're not cheap, they're very affordable, they're very good brushes. They look like these. They're beautiful. I love them a lot. Yes. Okay. I love me some Real Techniques. If you didn't know what Real Techniques is, there is Samantha and Nick Chapman on YouTube created a brush line. Their YouTube is called Pixie Woo, and their brushes are just amazing, and I love them, and they're the ones that really got me into makeup and wanting to do YouTube and stuff like that. So first we have the base shadow brush, then we have the deluxe crease brush, then we have the brow brush, and then we have the accent brush. Oh, I'm missing one. And we have the liner brush, fine liner brush. And they come, this actually is a pack of 5. Right there. And this also retails for $20 at Walmart. The ones that I use the most are definitely the base shadow brush and the accent brush. I use these ones the most. I do use the Deluxe Crease brush a lot. I use the Deluxe Crease brush for cream shadows on my eyelid, for setting a base on my eyelid. I use that a lot. I use the base shadow brush for in the crease. It's tapered so it gets in there very nice, and I use the accent brush for getting in the inner corner, getting color in there. If I want to do like a really bright color on the inner corner, then I'll just tap that in there. But those are really great brushes. It comes with a liner brush, like for eyeliner, for gel eyeliner. It comes with a brow brush. I typically use this for smoking out my lower lash line, or for smoking out my eyeliner on top if I'm not using liquid. And yeah, I really like these brushes. They're some of the best brushes out there, and I would totally recommend that you go out and get this pack, if not just for these 3 brushes, because these 3 brushes are worth the $20 hands down. Next are the still brushes. I think these are exclusive to Walmart. They're still Spa Essentials, and they are dual fiber synthetic brushes as well, and they're like $2 each at Walmart. I was really hesitant about them, but I'm like, yeah, I'll try them. They're $2. They're from Walmart. I'm broke. So I tried them. I use this one every day. This is the shadow brush, eyeshadow brush. I use this for the inner highlight and brow highlight. It looks like that. And then there's this one, and it's the eyeshadow blender. And again, I use this for the crease. I use this for blending out eyeshadows, blah blah blah. Works perfectly. And then I use the smudger brush, which looks like this. It kind of looks like the Deluxe Crease brush, only it's a little smaller, and I use it for smudging out for jumbo eye pencils from NYX. I use it for blending out creams. I use it for usually darker eyes if I'm doing a smoky eye, anything like that. I use that for that. Yeah, I actually really like these brushes. I've had them for about a year. They don't shed. They're actually pretty good quality brushes, and they work really well, so go get you some of those. I have a few more from the drugstore until I go for the online brushes, and my camera's totally gonna die. But the next one is from e.l.f. It's the only eyeshadow one that I have, because it's really hard for me to get my hands on e.l.f. without ordering them online, and e.l.f. charges an arm and a leg for shipping for some reason. But I do have quite a few of these because I could get them at the dollar store for a while. But these, this is the eyeshadow brush, and it's pretty much just a shadow base brush, and it's just for packing shadow onto your lid. It's $1. $1. You need this brush. If anything, you need this brush, because you can use this for anything, and it's $1. Next is the Wet n Wild. It doesn't have a name, but it looks like a fluffy brush, and it was like $2 or $3 from Walmart, and I like it a lot. I blend out my crease. Like I said, I have a lot of crease brushes because I don't like washing my brushes. That's another reason. But it works really well, applies the pigment really well. So I like that. And everyone needs a pencil brush in their collection. This one is from Eco Tools. It's about, I'm going to say about $4 or $5. And this is for like blending out the lash line mainly. And this is a really good brush, and Eco Tools is found at Walmart as well. So yeah, go get you that. So these are all my Morphe brushes. Morphe is my favorite brand of brush, period. Jaclyn Hill got me addicted to Morphe brushes because she did a Morphe's brush favorites, and I'm like, she likes it, I like it. And so I went out and bought a whole bunch of her favorite brushes, and they're from online, and I love them, and they work really well, and so I'm including them on here. So these are my online brush favorites. Yeah, so the first one is the Morphe M439 brush. It's just a typical foundation buffer brushed, kind of a kabuki brush, blends. I use this every single day. Use it every day. Love it to death. I love it. It's her favorite foundation brush. It's my favorite foundation brush. Next is the Morphe E3 brush. Unfortunately, I don't think they sell this anymore, or they're out of stock. It's one of the two. And I use this for setting my under eye powder with banana powder or anything like that. Love it. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I'm not sure if it's being sold anymore. The M501. This is my go-to highlighter brush because it's Jaclyn Hill's, and it's just perfect for applying highlighter. Like, look at that. Perfect. And I love it, and that's all I need to say about it. The next two brushes are totally MAC dupes. So this one is the M433 brush, and this is the M441 brush, and this one is a dupe for the 217, and this one is a dupe for the 224, and those are both blender crease taper-ish brushes. Both of them go for $30 at MAC. Eye brushes, all eye brushes pretty much go for $30 at MAC, so these go for $6. Oh yeah, so the foundation brush was $14, the powder brush was $14, and the highlighting brush was $8. So these ones are $6. Just a few more, and then we're done. I have the Morphe E18 small smudger brush for under the eyes. It looks like this. It's like the dome or the deluxe crease brush from before, but it's tiny, 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 and it works so freaking well. But again, I don't know if they're selling this anymore because it's not listed on the website, but it's beautiful and I love it so much, and this was $4. Next, another option for smudging out the lash line is the definer brush, and it's M432 brush. This is a dupe for the 212 flat definer brush from MAC, which goes for $30, and it's perfect for smudging out and making a crisp line if you're wanting to make a wing with your eyeshadow. Beautiful. And the last one I have is from Makeup Geek, and it's a Makeup Geek pencil brush, and it goes for $5, and again, perfect for smoking out the lower lashes. We made it. These are my favorite brushes, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know what you think. If you have any ideas for videos, let me know. And until then, you have a great day and a great week. From my heart to yours, see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.